by clicking on the school stats, you'll get additional information that you've seen. And there's also information that is provided in a scattergram where you have an axis, the x-axis being SAT scores, the y-axis being GPA. You can see that the accepted average GPA is a 4.81, and Lisa's is a 4.44. The average SAT is higher than the SAT of Lisa's, which is 1530. The accepted average is 1876. So you'll see that that little red circle in there is where Lisa falls on this scattergram, and the green dots are those dots representing students who were accepted. The X's are those students who were denied. Specific, again, to E.O. Smith High School. So going back to the college tabs, although Lisa is not applying yet to any colleges, when she does, she'll have to complete a privacy notice for the common application. If she's applying to UConn, UConn is on the common application for the first time this year, and she'll have to complete this privacy notice before we go forward with her application, which she would be doing online. There are all sorts of buttons that could be clicked onto where research could be conducted to find out more information about schools and comparing one school to another. So this is one example of a college picker, and these are, again, the more popular schools that our students consider. And by plugging schools into these boxes, you could do a comparison. You could also do a college lookup based on various categories: type, location, number of students, competitiveness in terms of admissions, particular sports offered, majors, costs, and the like. And by clicking on these various categories, then there would be suggestions offered through this program. There are other resources available here that are online resources related to financial aid, test preparation, college athletics, the NCAA, etc. Another unique feature to this Naviance program is one that provides a map, and that map is specific to our students. Colleges accept our students where they're attending. And in this case, this particular map shows where students have matriculated to schools throughout the country dating back to 2004. And these are all the schools to which our students have matriculated in at least one case, and you can click on any of those schools to find out more information. You can see that most stay on the East Coast, although some have traveled as far away as Alaska and Hawaii. This map shows the 20 most popular colleges for our students dating back to 2004, and they are in order of popularity. So the University of Connecticut is first, followed by Eastern, and then Manchester Community College, and so forth. And you can access information on any of these colleges by simply scrolling over them. You'll see that 8 were attending or have attended over this duration of time. Ranks 8 out of 20, and it's 71 miles away from Storrs, Connecticut. There's acceptance history. There's information on scholarship matches. We do list scholarships as they come into our office. We post this information on Naviance frequently and update this on a weekly basis. Scholarship applications are available as well. There's another feature we added at the start of this school year, and that is an SAT preparation program that each student can use as a tutorial. And this is a program that can be very useful in preparing for the SAT. There are a variety of videos, practice tests, evaluation tests, lessons, even print material that a student can download and take with them. So it's arranged in weekly tutorials or in practice questions or in full-length practice tests. And a student can click on, do a portion of it, this information will be stored, and then can go back to it frequently. As you can see, there are two full-length SATs that will be scored, and there are a variety of individual tutorials that a student can complete as well. As I mentioned, there's information that can be downloaded and printed. That information can be found in this box. The next tab is a tab that's identified as careers, and there's information in this box about careers and career interests. There's a career interest profiler that a student can complete. Based on a series of questions, there would be careers that would be suggested. There are favorite careers and clusters that would come from this interest profiler. And as you can see, Lisa, who completed the interest profiler, had her score in the 6 categories, looking at she's strongest in the artistic and social domains. And from that, there would be a matching occupation list. You can see the definitions of those categories below. So by clicking on the matching occupation list, you'll see these are the careers that are suggested for Lisa, arranged by degree of preparation from little to considerable. And by clicking on the question mark, you can find the overall experience, education, job training, and so forth that would be required of these jobs. And then there are examples as well. The extensive preparation here would provide more education. Now, those careers that are in bold would be more directly related to Lisa's career interest profile. By clicking on one, you can see an overview of the careers, related occupations, related college majors, and even finding colleges that offer those majors. The knowledge and skills that would be required, the kinds of activities that would be typically performed, and what one would be expected to earn by state. Because as you know, the cost of living varies by location in this country. So going back to careers, clicking on my favorite careers and clusters, you can see that Lisa has chosen 3 that are consistent with her interest profiler. And she can explore those careers and clusters more deeply. You can even do research on other clusters as well. You'll see an overview of health science, the employment outlook as well. And then there's another inventory that we use that students complete called the Do What You Are inventory, which is really patterned after the Myers-Briggs type indicator, but it's designed for high school students. So you'll see the 4 scales used by the Myers-Briggs in the Myers-Briggs type indicator. The student completes the inventory and then has a chance to determine its accuracy, and in this case Lisa says it's very accurate. So there's an introduction, an overview, and then a listing of the student's strengths and blind spots, as well as the student's preferred learning style. And then there are potential careers that match up with this personality inventory. And as you can see, these are actually pretty consistent with the interest profiler as well. So again, the student can click on any of these and access the information in a similar way that you had seen just moments ago with the Career tab. Student can also complete a resume, and it's done quite easily with the template that Naviance provides. This is Lisa's resume that she completed, and she can actually download and print. There's also a game plan that students can complete that are prompts that students respond to with drop-down menus. And this information can be very helpful not only for a student to define a plan, but it can be helpful to the student's counselor as he or she accesses this information to determine what would be the best course of study, what plan beyond high school would be appropriate, and could be most useful in conversations that counselors have with their students. So survey history here as well, and there are several surveys that we have students complete. In this case, this particular scale is about the American dream. These are Lisa's responses, all of which, by the way, are kept electronically in her profile and can be easily accessed by both Lisa and her counselor. This last one is a self-confidence inventory. So going back to the home, this is basically an overview of Naviance. There, as I said, are several opportunities to access information in a variety of ways. It's easily arranged by the tabs at the top. We encourage both parents and students to use this frequently. We think it's a terrific resource. We encourage you to ask questions and contact us if you need additional help with this particular program. We hope you found this useful, and we look forward to working with you in this program.